Welcome to the 5-minute morning miner on Wednesday of October, on the day when the England 1 minute says it's not, and it says, yeah, actually, we will carry on buying bonds. Will they not? Who knows? Frankly, it's a disgrace. The Bank of England, Andrew Bailey, he wrecked the FCA, FS, whatever you want to call it. He's now wrecking the Bank of England. The guy's an idiot, in my view. But there we go. We've also had the economy shrink in August by 0.3%, which will probably mean we are in recession pretty soon. Oh, it's all doom and gloom. But remember, when it's all at its worst, probably means we're at the bottom. Moving on to mining. Paul, morning.
And it is a better morning at this end anyway. I got that issue sorted here. It's that Microsoft update that always comes through on Wednesdays, which causes issues. So, but all sorted now, and let's talk about mining, shall we?
Let's just do that. Let's start with a client from VSA Capital, one that we love, Prime Mining. They had drill results. You love a drill result, Paul.
I like nice drill results. I do indeed, and they have reported additional 5 holes of assays on their Los Reyes ongoing Phase 2 drilling program here. This extensions to a known strike length called the ZT structure. That's been extended now to 200 meters deeper, 700 meter vertical depth, and also extending the strike. We've got example here of 2.4 grams gold and 178 grams silver over 20 meters in a drill hole. We also have 1.17 200 grams silver over 8 meters, for example. Now this drilling program, it is ongoing here. They still have going at this time during the rainy season, completed over 7,000 meters in this program, and they do have 93 drill holes yet in the lab.
Good. Right, let's talk then. We love Prime Mining. Let's talk about a previous VSA client, Lake Resources. We acted for them when no one had any interest whatsoever in lithium. Of course, now everybody loves lithium. Lake's gone ballistic, and so sadly all the big boys come in and take over. But we still have a bit of time for Lake Resources. It's a good business. They've got a second off-taker, haven't they?
They sure do. Just days after the first one was announced, Resources, the ASX listed resident leach developer on the Kachi lithium brine project in London, has announced a deal with SK1. This deal very similar to the first one, and in that it involves a 10% equity stake SK1 will take in Lake Resources, and it takes the other 50% of the uncommitted portion of Phase 1 of 25,000 tons per year. So this would be a 12,500 tons over a initial 5-year term with a 5-year extension on it. And Phase 2, that means that all of the offtake on Phase 1 is now committed at this point, or appears to be. But just to remind people that this 25,000 tons per year for Phase 1 is more than double the size of what Obray's Calchari brine was just 5 years ago. So you're just seeing the scope and scale change here on what the demand from automakers is in order to secure supply for EV battery production.
Okay. Now, also, actually, not much in the UK today, so we're talking mainly international stocks. But Ollie is out in Mexico visiting Guanajuato Silver. Let's talk about Mexican. Actually, we've had some third quarter production numbers from Endeavour Silver, which is also out in Mexico, isn't it, Paul?
Yes, that's right. And our comparative company to that company, we like silver, and Endeavour I've followed for quite a number of years. Third quarter results now showing 1.46 million ounces of silver and 9,200 ounces of gold produced in this latest annual production. They say is trending toward the upper end of their guidance for the year, which they had at something in of 8 million silver equivalent ounces. They sold about 1.3 million ounces of silver and 8,800 ounces of gold in the quarter, and they're still holding about 1.5 million ounces, or a full quarter's worth of supply or of production here in silver in inventory. Now, they have held back silver in the past. Management has, in order to not sell into, if they don't have to, into weaker pricing scenarios. So it appears they're continuing to do that yet at this stage.
Nice place to be if you can. Now, talking of site visits and Ollie being out there, there's actually a site visit coming up to Caledonian Mine in Zimbabwe, who have also had quarter results today. Just to say, you know, if any mining company in an interesting place would like to invite me on a site visit, I'd be very happy. I will promote your stock like I don't know what. I never seem to get invited to these exciting places. But there we go. Just throwing it out there. Paul, what have Caledonians said in their quarterly trading?
Record quarter for Caledonia Mining. Quarterly production was over 21,100 ounces, with output increase of 11% on the prior quarter a year ago. Produced in the 9 months shy of 60,000 ounces for a 22% increase from the Blanket mine. And they have reiterated their production guidance for the full year, that they expect to be right at or should touch that 80,000 ounce goal that 5 years ago, when they decided to agree the expenditure for the Blanket mine deep shaft there at Zimbabwe. They're now showing that was the.
Well, that's good management at Caledonian, it has to be said. Right, let's just one of your favourites, Paul, which actually is based in Kazakhstan and actually is in the UK, and it's East Star.
That's right, Kazakhstan Explorer. It's nice to hear this too, that there is a few countries that actually as far as or provinces which in getting permits out for mining companies in order to get their exploration going at a quicker pace. And Kazakhstan has issued the permits to allow East Star now to drill ahead of schedule their Telerik heavy rare earth project in the Kostanay region of Kazakhstan. East has a 1,000-meter program planned here in order to confirm what was historic grades in it existing 43-hole history behind this project. It is a absorbed or clay host rare earth deposit, so we would hope that the assay intervals and met back in the history for the doing this, or Russian geologists do this, be confirmed, because it is a significant deposit in its own right. So we'll see what they come up with.
Very good. We'll call it a day there, Paul. You probably be tomorrow, because I've got to confess, I've got to go on a course tomorrow. A golf course.
Okay. Very good.